Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? I found myself wandering around a new Dollar Tree far away from home the other day and came across these golden crust Jamaican style beef patties. I do remember a while back a viewer suggested I get these, but my local Dollar Tree never had them. So I got one flavor of each patty, the spicy beef, the vegetable, and the chicken. Let's go over the vegetable patty first. These all weigh 5 ounces each and only cost $1. And I tell you that because not too long ago, before the Dollar Tree turned into my own personal adult playground, I didn't know everything at the Dollar Tree only cost $1. So some of you may not have known that everything at the Dollar Tree only costs $1. But now you do. Let's go over the ingredients, and they don't appear to be bad at all. But, after all, I'm no health expert or doctor. If I was, I probably wouldn't be making Dollar Tree videos on YouTube. But I do see soy grits, which I've never even heard of before. So I looked soy grits up, and from what I understand, it's just another form of soy protein. Is anything made without soy anymore? Next we have the chicken patty, and here I thought we might be onto another good product like the veggie burgers in the previous video after reading the ingredients in the vegetable patty. But oh no, Golden Crust couldn't leave well enough alone and had to put the whole gamma-hoochery of ingredients in this one that they didn't put in the vegetable patty. I actually like the MSG, but I know some people don't, so I highlighted it along with the other two evil ingredients. Finally for the beef patties, and there's even more garbage in these than there was in the chicken patties. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. Now for the nutrition facts, and it's really no surprise, the vegetable patty has the least amount of calories at 340, followed by the chicken at 400 and the beef at 490. Again, no surprise, the vegetable patty is the lowest in fat at 9 total grams and 3 grams of saturated fat, and the beef with the most overall with 25 and 6. They're all great in cholesterol, the vegetable one has 0, but most things without meat or a lot of meat are, hence the soy protein in the chicken and beef. The vegetable and beef patties are tied with 430 milligrams of sodium, and the chicken takes the lead with 470. There's lots of carbs in all three, not a lot of fiber or sugars, but the beef patty has a good amount of protein at 22 grams, followed by the chicken at 17 and the vegetable at 8. Now let's get these heated up and see what they taste like and if they're any good. There's only one suggested way to heat these up, and that's in the microwave. That seemed a little bit odd to me. I thought there'd be a microwave and an oven instruction, but there's not. So don't bust my chops for using the microwave. It says to cut the package along the length of the dotted line only and leave the patty in the package for a crispy golden crust. Then microwave on high for 2 minutes. Let's see if these turn out better than the not so crispy Hot Pockets with the crisping sleeve. After microwaving on high for 2 minutes, our Jamaican vegetable patty was done, and I was really surprised I didn't smell much aroma at all. When I opened it up, it was certainly flaky, but too flaky, kind of a big mess. But the crust does seem to be somewhat crisp, not soggy at all. I know normally you pick these up and eat them with your hands, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to cut it in half, taste it, and then dissect it. The crust looks like a phyllo dough or puff pastry with a lot of thin layers of dough. And there wasn't really a lot of filling. I gave it a taste, and the filling was pretty much like a lightly seasoned broccoli puree. Not too bad, but if it had more filling, it would have been nice. And with it being Jamaican, I anticipated more flavor and more spice. I cut the other half open, and initially, it doesn't look very appetizing. It kind of looks like a soiled baby's diaper. But it's basically pureed green vegetables, so it is what it is. The filling by itself wasn't too bad, but it needed more seasoning, and I would have really liked bigger pieces of vegetables versus the mush. And the crust wasn't necessarily crunchy, but it also wasn't soggy, somewhere in between. Kind of like an overcooked flour tortilla. Now let's try the chicken patty, and we heat it up the same way. Cut it on the dotted line, then pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes. After microwaving on high for 2 minutes, our chicken patty is ready. The crust on this one looks a bit better than the vegetable patty. Again, really flaky, but not falling apart as much. I'm really surprised that the crusts aren't soggy at all, and this one seems crispier than the vegetable patty, and it's darker too. So let's cut it in half, give it a taste, and see what's inside. This filling looks a little bit more on the lines of pot pie filling, and not so much baby diaper filling, so that's a good thing. It's a little spicier than the vegetable patty, but pretty much tastes the same. But I think I had a real piece of chicken in there. So let's open it up and see if there is real chicken hiding in there. And there actually was a couple pieces of chicken, and they were real pieces of chicken, not processed pieces of chicken, which was a real nice surprise. Other than that, the chicken patty was okay, nothing great, but nothing bad either. Like the vegetable patty, lots more crust than filling. Finally, for the Jamaican style spicy beef patty. I thought this might be the best one, so I saved it for last. The heating instructions are the same as it was for the other two. After heating on high for 2 minutes, our beef patty is ready. And this one has the aroma I was looking for that the other two didn't. But we seem to have found an in-between here with the crust. The vegetable patty had the worst crust, the chicken patty had the best, and the beef seems to be in between. Pretty flaky and falling apart, but still not soggy. So let's cut it in half and give it a try. Once I cut the beef patty in half, the filling definitely looked the best out of all three. And it definitely smelled the best. That all led up to it tasting the best. And it definitely had the spice I was looking for. But don't get me wrong, just because this one tasted the best doesn't mean a whole lot, because I definitely haven't been blown away by these by any means. But before I give them a rating, let's get this one open and see what's inside. Again, not really an abundant amount of filling, but what do you really expect for $1? I was at least hoping for a piece of real meat or two, but unless I missed it, there was none to be seen. These were much different than I was expecting, in a bad way. Out of the three, none were really good. The vegetable patty was the most bland and simply a disaster once I got it out of the wrapper. Nothing at all really good to say about it, so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. The chicken did have a bit more flavor and it did have the best crust, but it wasn't much better. However, it gets an additional point for having a couple chunks of real chicken in it. So the chicken patty gets a 3 out of 10. The beef patty had the best overall flavor, but had no obvious real pieces of meat. Had it had one measly piece of meat, it would have gotten an extra point just like the chicken, and it would have been the winner. But with no obvious real meatage, it's only going to get a 3 out of 10 from me. I would pass these up 10 out of 10 times and opt for Chef Ernesto's veggie burgers right next to these in the freezer section at the Dollar Tree. If you'd like to help support the Wolfe Pit, please consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month, that's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more, that's up to you. But every little bit is appreciated and helps me produce more high quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.